episode asks questions that have been sparked debates for years. Can men and women really just be friends? In this episode, we're going to explore the realities behind the opposite sex, the friendships, and the boundaries that can either protect you or some form it may even damage you, even in relationships. Today, you will learn why some friends between men and women stay healthy, with others turn to complicated. The signs that a friendship, quote unquote, may actually have been hidden feelings involved. How attraction can quietly grow into friendships without people realizing it. The boundaries that protect their relationship when your partners have friends of the opposite sex, and how we gonna recognize this when a friendship is just respect or when it may be crossing the lines. By the end of this episode, you will have a deeper understanding of how friendships and relationships can coexist in a healthy way. So let's get into the conversation. With that being said, share the live over here. This is the Safe Love Podcast. Thank you all for tuning in and watching. I am here to give you much gratitude, and we're going to talk about this episode today. Opposite sex friendships, innocent or a relationship waiting to happen. I know a lot of people talk about this type of thing, and a lot of people cannot fathom the idea of an opposite sex having friendship with somebody. They don't like the idea, or they can't fathom that. And today we're gonna what? We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. And we're gonna be real about this conversation. I want to hear your input, and I want to see those comments in the comment sections. But we gotta ask ourselves this debate thing here. Can men and women truly just be friends with one another without it being romantic feelings involved? Some people believe it's possible, while others think attraction eventually it complicates things, and they don't want to be involved in this type of situation. What defines a true friendship? Can anybody say what truly defines your friendship between two people, whether it be the same sex or opposite sex or whatever? Can you honestly define a true friendship? Now, when you friends with somebody, unless you go in it romantically or you looking for romantically, it can definitely be platonic. And emotional connections without romantic expectations is what a lot of people be looking for, but some type of form way or another, they end up in it being romantically. Ain't nothing wrong with that later on down the line if there's something that you two can talk about, or if there's something you two can come together and agree on. But if y'all can't, then hey, just be friends and let that be there. And thank you for the likes and thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. But you need to know the emotional connection with that person is not always romantic expectations. Because if I'm truly want to be your friend, I ain't looking at you in a sexual way. You know, if we started off platonic and that's our main goal is to be platonic, then I'm cool with that. You know, you have to respect boundaries from people, and a lot of times this get fucked up along the way because nobody is looking or respecting the boundaries. They just looking at, oh, that is a handsome friend or that is a handsome girl or whatever the situation may be. But support each other without hidden motives. I have friends that are definitely well over years of friendship, and we have not been in a sexual relationship in any form or another. And somebody told me last week, they said, I don't believe that a man can be friends with a lady. And I asked that question. I said, well, what makes you think that that's impossible? And he was like, well, if I'm dating a girl, there's no reason she need to be friends with a male. And see, for me, it takes emotional, what's that word I want to use? It takes growth for you to be able to do that. Everybody's not going to be on that page of sticking to that page, rather, of you being a friend with that person. Everybody, wants to look for something or expecting something in one shape, form, of another. But I explained to him that I've been friends with this particular person well over Absolutely, Jay. Absolutely. Let me turn the comments on over here so I can see the comments. I don't want to miss no comments, and I'm not ignoring you over here on Facebook and YouTube. So a lot of people can't, be friends, and I don't know why. Is you sexual horny? Is that what it is? And you just looking at them because as they say, he's fine as you know what, or she thick as you know what, you know. But you should be able to have a relationship with the opposite sex without it being a hidden motive. But here's again where things get twisted. When attraction enters into the friendship, again, you need to establish those boundaries out front. How you doing, Myra? I appreciate it. I wasn't ignoring your comments, just turn the comment section on, so I'm just acknowledging. But when attraction enters into the friendship, then that's where you have a problem. Because why did you take it there? What led you to take it there to say, oh, I want to be in a relationship with him, or I don't want to be platonic? That's when things go wrong, because why did you take it there? Again, are you longing for something, or just the idea of that man being your friend? You have a certain feeling about him. You need to establish boundaries. And sometimes, I'm going to be real, sometimes male and women, when you get into a friendship with somebody, if you're in a relationship, man, look, you need to let it be known up front what it is and what it ain't. Because there's no need for you to be sitting up there letting the shit linger around and you're not establishing boundaries, or you're not saying anything, and then later on the line she's overstepping, or he's overstepping the boundaries. One person in secret may want this person. Then there's what we like to call mixed signals. So I had the opportunity of coming across somebody was telling me that they was having a conversation with someone, but it was very kind of mixed signal, but they was friend though. She was attracted to him, and she think that he was attracted to her because he simply gave her a compliment. He says sometimes it just happens. It does, but again, those need to be boundaries that need to be established, before y'all get into that. Because one person can be feeling the way and the other person cannot see you that way. And you done already drove your car and sped past and went over the speed bumps and everything. And you done took over. Like why did you take it there? So you have to establish those boundaries. If you just want to be friends, just all around the board, you ain't looking for nobody, or you don't see them in that life, then that's okay. And it's cool to just say, hey, I'm not interested in that. I like you as a friend. You cool. You whatever you want to say, but this is not that. This is not what we trying to do here. Because again, and let's say that you're having a friendship with that person, and then you turn around and get in a relationship with somebody, and then they take it there. So now they done cross boundaries that they're not even supposed to be crossing, but you didn't let it be plain, or you didn't make it be known that this is not what you wanted. Don't sit there and just let them take over. Because again, when you get in a relationship with somebody, your other partner gonna be looking at you like, why are you letting this go on, or why are you letting him or her going this far? So what y'all got going on? So this is what y'all been going on? Y'all trying to bring me into this? So you have to establish those type of boundaries. And how unspoken feelings can change the whole dynamic. And I'm going to be real. This just me being real and transparent. You know good and damn well when somebody attracted to you and you just stay friends. Thank you. I appreciate those gifts. I appreciate that. You know dang on well when somebody is attracted to you and y'all just friends. Like, being honest. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat that. You feel it, but you don't want to say nothing for whatever reason. But it shouldn't even be like that. If we friends, I should be able to talk to you about any and everything. I shouldn't be able to hold back on what I'm trying to say because I don't want to hurt your feelings. Those type of friends, you don't need those yes friends that's going, no, we finna hold you accountable. I don't care if you bump or give them a gesture up to them. But why you do that? We friends. Why did you take it there? Again, if this is something that y'all want to do in the beginning, y'all said we could be friends, but in a more romantic way, then I get that. But if we straight up friends, no need for you to cross that line or that boundary and go there and take it there. Why are we taking it there? Is it something that's lacking in you? And a lot of people can't see that. They can't see that. So again, if you want to have a friendship while in a relationship, that's cool. That's cool. Just let it be known up front what you want and what you don't want. Question: should your partner have opposite sex friends? What do you think? Do you think your partner can have opposite sex of friends? I want to know. Let me know in the comment section. Do you think that your friends can have friends with other people or the opposite sex that is not you? I want to know that. Let me know what you think. Boundaries that protect your relationship, transparency, and respect. Again, it goes a long way when we can communicate. And some people now, they just like the attention. I ain't even gonna lie to you. They just like the attention because they ain't pick the one they want, but you a close friend. So therefore, they loving all the attention that they're getting from the opposite sex because it feels good. We vibing. Now, if it can happen authentically, excuse me, both of you guys are on the same page. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Jay, now see, okay, so Jay said no. Why do you think that? Why do you think that? Why do you feel that your partner cannot have friends of the opposite sex? Is it something that you went through and now you throwing it on her and just say, look, I'd rather just not do this at all with the opposite sex friend thing? Like, why do you say no, Jay? Like, I'm really curious on why do you say no? Because I believe that you can. I believe that you can wholeheartedly. Seriously. Signs the friendship may be crossing the lines. Now, when I wrote this podcast out to myself, I said, nah, Mindy, you gotta be fair. You gotta be fair. You gotta keep it real. You gotta not sugarcoat it. You gotta be honest. What are the signs that the friendship may be crossing the line? Okay, Jay said it usually turns into something else. Give me a little bit more than that. Why do you feel that it turns into something else of being friends with someone? Like, why do you think? Is that because something happened on your end in the past and now you're projecting it onto the lady? Like, let me know. Like, talk to me and let me know so we can talk back to each other on this podcast. But the signs friendship might be crossing the line is when y'all sitting there and y'all, let's just say, y'all can go to the restaurant together. True, y'all can do that. But y'all can even go back to each other homes and watch TV or whatever the case may be. But when you're too close sitting with each other, let's keep it real. You're sitting so close. And like I say, you will feel the energy exchange between y'all. You will feel the energy exchange between y'all. How are you doing, light skin? I just got to be real with that. And then there you go, leaning in trying to kiss. Who told you to go to the next base? Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the love your God showing me. Who told you to go to the next base? Why did you take it there? Like, nah. Jay, I'm waiting on your response. So we can talk about this. But why would you take it there? Why? And then another sign is, why take someone to a place that you know that you will only take a spouse in a romantic way and we just friends? Don't ask me to take you to a 5-star restaurant and the mood is set right in there. The ambiance is set right in there. No, Because why we going there? Like, why would I take you to Ruth Chris? We can go to Ruth Chris on lunchtime, but why I'm taking you at dinner time? Jay said just about every female I had, I end up sleeping with them. Wow, Jay. Wow, wow, wow. So was that in the beginning? Was that the goal to just be friends, or y'all just happen to be friends on your own and decide to come together? So there's a big difference. Like, what was the goal? Was the goal was to take it to first base, second base, third base, or was the goal to just strictly stay at first base? Thank you. I appreciate the gifts you guys giving me. I love it. I love it. So understanding those boundaries, understanding when somebody done crossed their damn line. Because again, why would you take it there? And let me speak to women. Let me speak to women and women sisters. I have to say this. I have to say this. I have to say this. If a man ain't gave you no signal, don't you be sending out signals and butterflies all through the skies. Let him cross into second base. Don't you take your ass and then you go to second base and third base. Because why did you take it there? Again, is it something in you that's lacking? You know, a man can only do what you allow. And if he ain't put out a signal or if he ain't take it there, why are you taking it there? Except a man can open the door for a woman. That don't mean that he trying to holler at you because he opened the door. Because clearly he could have let that door slap you on the back of your heel, if we being honest. You said just be cool, but they be wanting to. Oh, Lord, I ain't going to say that last word. They just be cool, but they be wanting to. But again, see, the lines got crossed. The lines were blurred out. Everybody didn't have the same goal. But obviously, I mean, Jay, if we being real, you wanted to take it there too because you took it there and finished it. So thank you for the follow, Sam. I appreciate this. So that's just being honest. That's just truly being honest. You took it there too, Jay. I'm just being real about it. Because why would they want to, if that's not the objective? You have to know the type of people you're dealing with. The energy you put out is the energy you're going to receive back in return. But ladies, do not, women, sister women, do not cross that line. If he your friend and y'all met on a friendship, whether it's work, wherever, if he ain't give you that gesture that he want a relationship with you or he a single man looking for a woman, no. Stop trying to drive the dang on car. Hello, Sharika, how are you? Stop trying to drive the car. Like, nah, Jay said they catch me at the right time. That's what I'm saying. They said the nighttime is the right time, baby. If we being honest, But I'm just like, but for real though, if the man didn't take it there, don't you take it there and go all the way. There's a base first, second, third, and home. And why you got the masculine energy to take it home, ladies? Stop all that. Calm down, sis. It's gonna be all right. The person that's for you gonna come along. Consistent, they gonna show you. You ain't got to search for it. It's gonna be there. Emotional intimacy deeper than with a partner. That's when you know it done got out of hand. She says, I am light skinned and says no boundaries. Absolutely. There's no boundaries. You done crossed the threshold. Like why did you take it there? That's why I like, again, for whatever reason, I be friend with men, but after a certain while, they try to come on and they try to come on thick to me. But then they send mixed signals. And then they be like, oh, this. But again, I don't take it there. I don't take it to second base. I don't take it to third base. Because no, we could be platonic, But later on, don't catch feelings because remember what you said. This is not what you wanted. So don't flip the script. Thank you for the repost of Pretty Blue. But again, set those boundaries. Stand on those boundaries. Oh my God. And then when you in a friendship with somebody and they don't pick you or you're not them, be friends. And don't get jealous when one start dating someone else. Or when they start looking at the other partner. Or looking at another person, because you say you have to have healthy boundaries. Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to have, okay, Jay, I appreciate you. You have to have healthy boundaries. Again, I have male friends that I've been friends with a long time. But I'm gonna pose this question. Now, I just thought of this. I want to twist it up a little bit. Can you be friends with somebody that you've been in a relationship with previously? Can you be friends with a person that you was in a relationship previously? Because this guy here really this week was telling me, nah. Jay, you said no. Sometimes it takes growth. Because I'm going to be honest. I'm friends with my child father. And we can go somewhere where he bring his girlfriend or whatever, somebody smashed or whoever. He can bring somebody, but we've been friends for over 30 years. And he can bring somebody to the restaurant. I'm cool with that. I could bring somebody. I'm cool with that because I'm not into you like that no more. What we had is what we had. But it takes growth. Everybody just not gonna get there overnight. Everybody is not going. Nah, it takes growth and maturity. We can all sit at the table and we can all chop it up. We can laugh. Now, I'm not saying after this we can go to somewhere. No, you go with your, significant other. She says it depends on your mentality level. Absolutely, cuz. Absolutely. What's the objective? Furthermore, because I can be friends with you. I promise you I can. But really, you the one, as the male, your chest gonna be hurt. If we being honest, your chest gonna be hurt. Because you worry about what I'm doing. So maybe men can, but women can, in a sense. Hi, Courtney, how are you? Thank you. In a sense, that can we? Can we be friends? Or I'm going to still remember how we used to get down. Can you be friends with somebody that you was in a relationship with in the past? She says, and your maturity level. Absolutely. Can you be over here Facebook and YouTube? Can you be in a friendship with somebody that you had a relationship with? Says some women can't. They can't. They can't. But it takes maturity. And we can agree to disagree and say, hey, well, what we had it just won't work out. And we can remain free if you had a friendship to begin with. Because sometimes you can have a friendship and then you have a sexual relationship. And damn it, y'all ain't really had no relationship. Everything ain't even platonic, not even to begin with. They be wanting that old thing. Girl, do they? They be wanting that fucking market. I'm just being real. They gotta ask themselves, can you be in a friendship with somebody that you was in a relationship with? Can you? Or is it just all a fad? I just want to know, what do you think? Can you be in a relationship? Some people just can't. And some people crave that other person to the point they can't do it. So again, was y'all really friends in the beginning? Or was it really a sexual thing? To the point where you just craving them so much, even if you their friend, you still just want to smash. Just because. What they say on the GP, what's up, browser? On the GP, you just want to smash. Like, nah. No. We could be friends. I ain't gonna be jealous because you and I'm a Gemini. I'm silly. I'll be like, okay, you got your one. She cute, she cute. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. And they be laughing at me like I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm, but no, I can do that. How you doing, Russell? I can be friends with, and I'll be like, okay, you got a cute one on your hand. Okay, look at you, Clarky. You know what I'm saying? And she's pretty. She dressed. You know, I can compliment and do all of that, and not in a way where I'm being funny. I could do all of that. Like, Raza, what do you think? Can you be in a friendship with someone that you was in a relationship with in the past? I want to know what are your inputs and what are your thoughts. You said I'm good. Thank you for sharing the live. A lot of people can't. Mm-mm. No. You again. You start craving men. If you're in a friendship with the man, and I don't know why I'm going this way, but if you're in a friendship with the man, you start craving that man. And now you seeing how cool he is and the things he do, you're attracted to. There could be a man that just go to work and home, and you're attracted to that. You see, he ain't got a whole lot going on. Go out there and find your person. That person that was meant to be your friend. But again, if you can sit back and say both of y'all together and say, you know what, we both single, and this is what we doing, that's cool. Boss lady, you said, hey, I'm here. I appreciate you for being here. Well, let me see. Light skin said majority of the time it was just physical there. We never a friendship, but people move too fast. Girl, too fast. Too fucking fast. That's why I say, why did you take it to the home base? First, second, third. Why did you go to home base? Did nobody tell you to drive it down? And women, wait. What's the rush? This guy told me he really liked this girl the other day. He said, and they went out on several dates. They even went on something else that I ain't gonna mention because I don't want to single them out. And I said, well, why you do all of that and y'all just friends? Like, what was the point? Now, see, these are the type of things I have a problem with. Why do men like to do relationship things and still like to be a friend? This is where the lines get blurred. This is where things get twisted. Because why are you doing all this relationship stuff and you want to remain friends? And women, you have to know within yourself to say, hey, I walk away from this because it's chaotic. All of that is chaotic. You said if we take the cat off the market for a while, we can see more clearer. Absolutely. And I stated that in my last broadcast. If you can't be single for a while, at least 6 months, sister woman. Let me say this. If you can't be single for 6 months, so you can identify what is going on within your life, where you're headed, to cleanse from the last relationship so you won't mess up the next one, so you can be physically and mentally prepared to move forward and know when it's chaotic and when to walk away. If you ain't did all that, then how you think you finna go ahead? You ain't cleansed yourself. Hey, Shanti, hey, sister. I appreciate you for liking the live. Like, seriously. Be single for at least 6 months after you get out of a relationship. Because those old habits that you were with the last person may not be something that the new person want to take on. Or may not be something that they doing. You know? So you need to cleanse and purge. Definitely need to do that. I appreciate the role. You definitely need to do that. Because it's going to hurt you in the long run. It's going to hurt you. You jumping out of the pot into the damn frying pan, and now you burn up. You burn up because you carrying those old things. You haven't purged from that. You know, we got to be real with ourselves. Stop playing ourselves. So when the right person comes along, you'll be ready. You'll be prepared. You'll know what it looks like. You'll know what it feels like and not push it away or not avoid it. Because a lot of us in the Black community now, we got some emotional disattachments going on. You detached from what's really going on. You can't see a real one in front of you. Because you still mad because the last chick played you. You don't know when she trying to do something good. You don't know when he trying to do something good because you still mad. Move on. Plenty more fishes in the sea. Plenty. Why you stuck on just that one? Like, being honest here. You gotta not be doing all of that. I mean, you better cleanse yourself. You better be smooth like you done bathe in some Dawn dishwasher liquid. Because for real, all of those old wounds start creeping up. And sometimes they follow us for years and decades. Mm-hmm. And we not even know. Or we're not even aware. So understand, cleansing yourself is very vital. Be single for a while. Pursue yourself. Take yourself on a date. Get all dolled up and pretty with yourself. For yourself. So you won't be so attached to a man. Because some people like the idea of just that person. I'm talking about male or female. They just like being around women. They just like being around men. It feels good. I get you like the masculine energy. I get you like the feminine energy from a woman. You're supposed to. But why did you take it there to third base when y'all just friends? Because if you, and I'm being honest, if you my friend and we friends, we gonna leave it there. I don't know what was that popped up on my screen. We gonna leave it there. We platonic. We gonna stick to being platonic. If I just want friends, I just want friends. If I don't want a relationship, I don't want a relationship. I'm not seeing you in that matter. We can go and kick it and all that. Here you at 3 months later, talking about, no, I'm not here for all that. And you should not be mad because what I'm choosing for myself is not what you want. You want a relationship, that's cool, that's fine, boo. But I don't. So men, women, don't take it there. Don't drive it. Don't do all of that. You know? Like, be cool. Have clear boundaries. No hidden attraction. No hidden intentions. Respect for one another. Respect for each other's relationship if that's what they choose to do. Like, no. Why are you driving it? Lady, let a man be a man. I don't care if he opened the door for you. That means he was raised properly. That ain't mean he looking to be with you. Like, nah. And then if you want to be ugly and not say thank you, he should have let the damn door hit you on the back of your goddamn heel. If I'm being honest, that's what he should have did. Because now you mad because you thought, nah, since you took it there. Jay, I'm serious. And I teach my sons that. I have a 17-year-old and I have an 8-year-old. I teach my 17-year-old, open the door for women. Open the door for women. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Do that. But the moment she don't say thank you when you open that door for her, you better let it hit her on the back of her damn heel. Because why? That means she wasn't raised properly. Cause why you think a man just supposed to open the door for you all the time? No, that ain't what they supposed to be doing for you all the time. But again, knowing your boundaries, knowing them, knowing your place, the placeholder that you hold. You know, again, if there's something that y'all want to do in the beginning, y'all have those hard type of conversation, and let that be that on that. You know, thank you over here on Facebook. I appreciate that. Don't be driving it. Go kick it. Go bowling with your friend. Me, I love to laugh. I love to laugh. And some of my people on my dad's side, they love to laugh and they live a long, bountiful life. And I used to ask myself, why do I love to laugh all the time? I remember attending my dad's sister funeral. And she lived to almost be 100 years old. And they said she used to laugh all the time. I'm chasing a laugh. You feel me? I ain't being stupid. But if we talking to have a conversation, I'm going to say something comical. That's just me. I'm going to say something comical. I love to laugh. You said 40. I love to laugh. So, look, and then I was sitting there with myself. I said, baby, I'm going to be even laughing even more hard. I'm going to be laughing even more hard so I can live a little bit longer. You know? But back to what I'm saying. Don't be driving this thing so far. Some people believe this is possible. Other things, attraction, like Jay said, eventually complicates things. But why that's the way you feel. And Jay said earlier on too, it just happened that way. It just happens. If both of y'all there, then that's cool. But if one not there, I prefer that the man let the lady know. I don't No. I remember seeing a video on TikTok a couple of days ago, and I don't even know if it was a skit or not, but the lady proposed to the man. I have a problem with that. I do. I have a problem with that. Because what's going on that I need to propose to you? I do. I have a problem with that. Like, why are you being masculine? That's my issue with that. Why are you being masculine? Absolutely not. We're not doing that. No. Well, but then it goes back to what I said last week in my podcast. You don't know your energy that you hold. All you know is you're a lady where you know what, and that's it. And that is attracted to a man. Then you know what is attracted to a man. That's all you know. That's all you know. So take the attraction out of it. Allow a man to be friends with you. And sometimes, I'm going to really be honest, having a friend for a certain amount of years that I've had male friends, them are some of the best friendship. And you can mess it up by later on getting into a relationship. You done went and got in a relationship with somebody that you've been friends with for 10 years. Now y'all not friends no more. Because it didn't work out. Because that wasn't supposed to be your damn man. That was just supposed to be your friend. Accept it for what it is and move on. And fellas, don't allow her to lean in on you. Don't allow her to touch you in certain spots. Why you allowing it if you just a friend? See, now you done got thrown off course. Like for real. Why you off course? Now, was you attractive in the beginning? If I'm being honest, was you attractive? Keep that healthy. Don't turn it to be complicated. Don't do that. Remain friends. I'm telling y'all, those are the best friendships. Because sometimes for me, women can be too catty. They can be too catty for me. I love my sister women, but sometimes they can be too catty. So I need some masculine energy in here to balance it. You should be able to have male friends. You should be able to have female friends. Everybody ain't attracted to you. Everybody ain't looking at you in that way. So if that's what y'all own, that's what y'all own. Coming into it, yeah, we both looking for a relationship, but let's be friends for right now. Cool. That's healthy. But if y'all saying y'all both not looking for a relationship and me and y'all friends, and especially you people you work with, y'all work friends, y'all cool, then the next minute later, y'all in the dang gone, what is you doing? What is you doing? What happened to the platonic? I know that's right. Antonio said, yep, I know. Like, what is you doing? And you mad because your man that came to your job and now he checking you. Because what is you doing, sis? What is you doing? And this when you know it's bull crap. If you friends with somebody and you can't bring your spouse around that person, nah. What are you doing? You causing unnecessary heat due to the nation. Like, come on. You drawing unwanted heat now. If you can't bring your spouse around your opposite sex friend, that's a problem. That's a problem. So let me ask this question. Let me pose this question. So if you're in a relationship and your spouse has a opposite sex friend, can y'all go out together? And then you not think that, oh, we smashing. And I know y'all finna say some of them be sneaking, man. Some of them be sneaking. That's what I'm here for. Try to correct this now. That's the whole purpose I set this podcast up, because this is a safe love podcast. I'm going to give you the love that you need, and it may not be the way you like it, but it's going to be the truth. Boss lady, you say, yeah, we can't. That's what I'm healthy. If you can't, it's a red flag. And by then, I'm pretty sure you done had a flag. All the flags you done seen, you just ignored them. You said, hey, we have and turned up together. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, turn all the way up. We can do that. You know? But everybody, they not on that type of time. And that's what's crazy. Everybody want to be grown. Everybody want to be mature. No. You ain't mature. At all. If you can't do all of that, there's something wrong, sis. If I love my spouse, I'm gonna be telling my friend, hey, we're gonna go bowling. I'm gonna bring my dude. You can bring your girl, and we can have teams, and we can play against each other. Like, come on. But again, that takes maturity and that takes growth. It absolutely does. It takes, you said, my man, my man, my man. Do you hear me? You know, I had the opportunity of being friends with someone, and then we both were looking for a relationship. And the guy was sending signals, doing all the things that God would do if he wanted a relationship with a woman. And then when I finally addressed the elephant in the room, he said he wasn't in me like that, which I know was a damn lie. So I had to pull myself back and set those boundaries, because baby, we ain't finna take it there. We ain't finna take it there. And I never went to second base, third base, or even home base. But he was showing all the signs. And I don't even know if it was something in him that he couldn't handle. I don't know what it was. But again, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. You know? Like, be real with yourself. You know, stop letting bullshit be bullshit, and you sitting up there and you know. Because I ain't gonna be friends if I'm friends with you and you take it and want it to be something else, and you keep being forceful, then I ain't even gonna be your friend no more. Because the more and more we hang out, and the more we be cool, the more and more you gonna grow feelings for me, and I ain't on it. I can honestly say that. I really can. So with that being said, this is the end of the podcast, and I thank you guys for watching and tuning in with me, and I value your opinion. So at the end of this video, if you can, do me a favor on YouTube and type in the comment section if you can, if you can't be in a relationship with an opposite sex. I do want to hear your side of it, and if you have not already followed me on these social media platforms, I would greatly appreciate that. And let's stay in the know. Make sure you hit that notification button. And before I do close things out, this April the 3rd, April 4th, which is Easter holiday weekend, I am a part of ASPI. I am a volunteer for them, and we help people with domestic violence, kids and women, and men too. Let me not leave them out. So we are doing a fundraiser where we are cutting hair. Well, we're not cutting, but the men are cutting hair for a fundraiser to help the community and give back. And they are cutting hair for $10. And I will post the link at the bottom of the video. You click the link, and this is about appointment only. Again, this is April the 3rd and the 4th of 2026. So we want to get as much people if we can. If you cannot physically be in Memphis to get your haircut, if you can sponsor somebody and getting their haircut, it's not a donation that's too small. And again, it is $10. So if you can't come, just donate the $10 to help somebody else. You know, we cut children hair. This is what this is for. This is for April the 3rd and April the 4th, and I have it listed on my screen. If you have not seen this flyer, I will post it on this side. I don't think it's on TikTok. I will